Hi, I'm Nancy Plants. Welcome to another video. As you may know, I bought a whole bunch of cabbage and I've been using it, but I gotta use up the last of it. I've been making coleslaw. I've been making lots of things with cabbage in it. I've been putting cabbage on things like tacos, salads, pizza, you name it. But we gotta make sauerkraut because I gotta use up this cabbage. So I shredded up my last head of cabbage in my food processor, and I'm going to be adding 1.5 tablespoons of salt, to the cabbage. If you're not sure how much salt to add, just Google it. And what I'm going to do is massage the salt into the cabbage. And I did this for about 5 minutes, and you'll see it changes quite a bit. What this does is helps to draw out the moisture from the cabbage and create a brine that the sauerkraut can ferment in. I like to also punch it down a little bit to help draw out more moisture and to kind of crush the leaves. It'll start to kind of stick together after a while, and you'll see there'll be pools of moisture in there. So this is pretty well done. And now I'm going to put this into a nice big clean jar. Any jar will do, as long as it can hold everything. And I'm getting all the last of the juices in there. And I'm going to clean the lid of the jar so there's no stray pieces of cabbage hanging out. And I'm going to punch it down, and I want to push all of the cabbage down under the brine as much as I can. This is important because it keeps the cabbage from spoiling when it's sitting under the brine. This is the sauerkraut I made a couple weeks ago. So as you can see, the color is a little bit different. It's fermented, it's ready, and I'm just going to pull out my cabbage weight, my sauerkraut weight, which is just like a river stone that I cleaned. I'm going to put a piece of cabbage on top to kind of hold down the shreds. And then I'm going to put the cabbage weight on top of there. I cleaned it off. And then we're going to top this with, you could use a clean kitchen towel. I just use paper towels. This allows for airflow to come in and out without things falling into your sauerkraut. And I'm going to put this over by the fridge where it's a little bit warm and it's convenient for me to check on it. And I'm covering it up with a kitchen towel. Now my sauerkraut that's all finished is going to go into the fridge, and it's going to last, well, several weeks. It'll last probably longer than it takes for me to use it. But keeping it in the fridge will slow down the fermentation process. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this video, and if you like what I do here, why don't you subscribe if you haven't already? And by the way, if you like cats, I always like to show off my cats on my channel. And there's some nice cat belly from my cat Harry. He's kind of a star. He's featured a lot in my shorts. So there you go. There's some belly. I hope you enjoy. Bye.